Hi, this is Mel B, and really excited to have you here today. You are here to join the very first time that Sparky and I are getting together to begin collaborating on a podcast. And the podcast is called Ageless Ambition. So, we're two ladies that are living life, and our ambition is to live long and healthy and the best version of ourselves that we can be. And we want to share that with y'all. So that's why this is all getting started. I want to introduce Sparky to you, to my community. I bet a lot of you already are watching her on YouTube, right? Instagram, TikTok. She's all over the place. So we're going to be coming together. So, Sparky, tell a little bit about yourself.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Mel. It's so great to be here. I'm telling you, this has been life changing for me. The only regret I've ever had about wearing wigs is I didn't do it sooner. Um, but my background is in basically the last 3 years, I've been wearing wigs full time. Mel and I met, I think, Mel, it was last year, last October,
Mhm.
right here in Dallas. And
Yeah.
we were so amazed to see another person, like a live person in a wig. And then as we got to know each other, we realized we have similar goals, which is to live a long, healthy life and really be vibrant and all that we can be for a long life. And so that's been, I think, our shared passion. And that brought us to Ageless Ambition. And we want to bring this to you on a weekly, if not, what I think our goal is weekly, Mel, something like that.
Yes.
And Mel may be long distance, and I will be wherever I travel to because I'm traveling all over the place.
Yes, you are. I see you all the time on YouTube. You're here, there, and yonder. But me, I'm kind of like Europe and then Dallas, Europe and then Dallas. So
Which I plan to come to Europe and see you there.
yeah, which is amazing that two women, worlds apart, have been able, but weak sisters, heart to heart, right?
Right, exactly.
And that's our goal, our mission. And you know me if you're here on my channel, and Sparky. And our mission has always been, as we talk about it, is helping you, because we know the struggle we went through with thinning hair, losing your hair, going through menopause and postmenopause, and you lose your hair, it gets thinner, and yet we as women, we don't. I don't want to give it my that feeling of what a woman feels like, and if if I'm too vain to say that hair makes me feel more feminine, it makes me feel more feminine. And I think it does you too, because Sparky, wouldn't you agree that's why we kind of grieve over hair when we lose it?
That's a great word, Mel. Grieving. Really hadn't thought about that until we were just talking about that. The grief process of, our hair is gone or it's thinned or it's actually disappeared on us. And how unhappy it is, and how you do kind of feel guilty about feeling like, wah, I don't have hair. Like there are bigger things to be worried about. But let's face it, in the quiet shadows of our mind and our quietness of our homes, we have to sit there and look in the mirror or look in the eyes of the ones we love. And we know they love us however we show up. But to us, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a really big deal.
Some women are wearing wigs because they have cancer. They have alopecia. So they have different circumstances where they had to start wearing wigs. But Um, even women like ourselves, though, that have thinning hair, it's embarrassing for me for people to see the top of my head. It's too thin, and you see scalp, and I feel like it ages me quite a bit. And yes, I agree with everybody. I love myself. I do. I have a good self-esteem, but when I look in the mirror at the end of the day, or when I go out, wigs give me confidence. They make me feel good. I don't think everybody stare. See, I don't think, and I've learned, Sparky can tell her story too. We're in agreement on this. No one's looking at the hairline. Nobody's looking to see if it looks like real scalp. They're not. But what they do see when I go out is if I have thin, balding hair on the top, they see that. They see it, right?
Yes.
Well, why not wear a wig? I'd rather worry about them just checking out a hairline than seeing the balding top of my head.
Right. And isn't it I would agree too, Mel, that it's so cathartic to be able to reach out to other women who are feeling the same way. There's a lot of shame in feeling shame, right?
Yeah,
Because we don't want to, we feel vain in that we want to have hair, but yet then we get shamed for feeling that way. So it's, you can't win either way.
yeah.
So
There's a lot of women, younger women, that will come on our social media and will say things like, "Oh, you have plenty of hair, you don't need a wig," and maybe I don't need it, but I want it, and for me, I do need it. For me, I need it because um, it helps my mental health in a way because I don't feel depressed about it anymore. In fact, I look forward to seeing what I'm gonna look like that day because I pick out an outfit and I think, "Oh, this wig, this will go with this outfit. I love it." Maybe I wanna be silver one day, which I do a lot of times. Maybe I wanna be a redhead and look like Sparky does today, right? With her red hair. I want to wear every color, every length, every size. It's now for me fun. It's fashion. We're trying to make it normal. And normal means that it's everybody every day can choose an outfit to put on. It's normal. Put on red shoes, black shoes, brown shoes. That's normal. Put on lipstick a different color. That's normal. False eyelashes, no eyelashes, nails, no nails. So we need to make hair normal and people quit judging other women because they're wearing a wig and they go, "Oh, well, you have hair." Well, okay, maybe some, I know a lot of women, younger women have full head of hair, but everybody loves putting a wig on now that is found them out because you don't have to go in there. You don't have to go to a blowout. You don't have to go get a cut. You don't have to get a hair color job that costs 100, close to, I mean, hundreds, if not sometimes $1,000 for a special color and blowout and cut. I just think it's the way, it's just normal now.
right, exactly. And I think that's the key, is this is normal. And what is normal, right? I think the biggest thing as women is we need to support each other in all of our decisions, whatever the decision is, not to tear each other down. I think too often, especially as younger women, at least in the generation where I grew up, there was a lot of hate towards women. You know, within the women group, we weren't really supportive of each other. When you see someone shine like Mel, you, instead of saying, "Way, let's go," you think, "Oh well, how is she getting to do this?" Blah blah blah. So I think, or how is she looking so good? And then to hear the backlash of, "Oh, well, you know, it's a wig." Well, the person is still the person. So instead of shaming people for their choices, I think we have to embrace everybody and really lift up other women, because there's so many women, in, especially in this space, taking a new path, blazing a trail for hair for all of us. For gosh, well, we live into our hundreds anymore.
Yes.
So it's
Yes,
exciting.
and wigs aren't our grandmother's wigs anymore because these wigs now are, they look so natural, they look so good, and another place I'd like to encourage you is I understand that there's different levels of wig wearing. When I first bought a wig, I did not want to spend a couple of $100s on a wig. So I tried to find a place where I could buy a wig in the budget that I felt I wanted to test it out. I knew I needed a wig. I knew I needed it, but I wanted to not spend a whole lot of money. I understand that. I get it. The hesitation you may have if it's a human hair wig like this and it's $700. I get that. So I always show wigs, and Sparky does too, that are budget friendly, that you can get into wig wearing starting out because it's going to be a journey. You're not going to rate. It's almost like a marathon because you're going to test wigs, densities. You're going to figure out what's your favorite color. So, start budget friendly. And, or the other side of the coin, I would also suggest this too. Save up your money, watch all the videos you can. Sparky, were you like me? When I knew I was going to start wearing wigs, I watched every wig influencer out there over and over.
Absolutely, 100%
I
all
tried
the
to
time.
figure out, well, what color do I want or which wig do I want? What length do I want? Watch, go through and watch all of our playlists. There's hundreds. I hundreds of just between Sparky and I of videos to watch. So watch lots of videos and get connected with other wig sisters. And let me tell you how you can do that. So let me go back. I stopped myself. The other side is save your money up and then buy top quality. If we show you a wig that's like in this hand tied, it's going to be more money. The cap is going to be more comfortable. There's a lot of reasons to save up for the top one, like the Cadillac. But then also, I always wear budget friendly too because I don't always want to wear my human hair wigs. Raining out, I want a synthetic. If you're water skiing, if
Exactly.
you want water
Exactly.
skiing, right, Sparky, you want a
Yes.
synthetic.
Yes. Yes.
So there's occasions to wear your synthetics because of weather, whatever it might be, longevity, saving your expensive wigs for special occasions. There's so many like just levels to this. And so you're going to start your journey, and it's going to be a marathon, not a race. And just discover what you like and what you love of density, color, lengths. And the other thing I wanted to encourage with between us and our collaboration that we're now doing together, because nothing's like having a wig sister that you can talk to, that you can, commiserate with, that you can bounce ideas and just encourage each other. Just to say, keep on doing what you're doing, and you're doing great, and it looks great. And um,
Yeah.
so our mission was to start this channel so that we could help you more and more. I think it's important that other women see women helping each other and working together. We need each other. I'm almost 69, and I don't have the friends I used to have when I was in my 20s and 30s, and so you kinda get lonely, you get isolated, and in this journey that we're going on, because it's sensitive, my non-wig wearing friends don't get it. They don't get it, so I would like to start this along with Sparky here, and she's gonna be this you'll be able to go back and forth between her channel and mine to see our collaborations that we're doing. Please go over and follow, Sparky. So please go over and follow Sparky, right? And make sure that you're going to get information different because we both have different maybe what we're going through, so you want to hear everything you can in the community. So we have what's called community post, right? This is a community area that you can post in. You can talk to each other. You can talk to us. You can put a photograph, say, "Hey, did you buy a wig that Sparky influenced you on? Or do you want to know information about skincare that I might be talking about, or nutrition that Sparky may be talking about?" So this is going to be an open type of area that you can ask questions. You can also help each other. That's what we're about, is sisterhood, right? Helping one another. It's our mission in life that we're helping you, and we hope that you're helping one another, growing stronger, making this normal, and having a place to show your heart, because that's what we're about, is showing our heart to you so that you get everything that you want out of this. That's what we hope for.
Yeah, and we live in two different, far different places. I live on a lake, so my life, daily life, is different. I water ski, I snow ski, so I have a bit of a different life. I play golf outside, so my wig demand is a little bit different than Mel's. And as we started collaborating on this idea, so not only about wigs, but also about what we do in life, because we're both over 60 now, and it's, instead of back in the day, I remember my grandmother being 60, and I thought, man, she's old. And I look at us and I say, we're not old at all. We're just beginning. So we hope that this forum and this channel and this podcast or collaboration will bring you to us, and we can look at other options and explore all the ways we make life exciting for us at this stage in the game, because it's terrible to be alone. And at this age, it's hard to make friends. It's hard to, where do you meet them? When we were raising kids, we knew other mommies. when our kids left the home, now they have their own kids. There aren't a whole lot of grandmother groups that I'm aware of, but I'm not a grandmother yet. So maybe that's why it's foreign to me. But there's we're here to help you and to look at the ways we make life fun for each other. I know Mel and I've asked questions of each other, like, do you, have you thought of this, or does this happen to you, or what's the next step, what's going on in life? Do you wish? Mel gave me the most permission on the planet to wear long hair. So I saw when I met Mel, she had long hair on, and I thought, okay, well, we don't have to be age appropriate anymore. We can wear any kind of hair we want, which is that's refreshing. And not that we need permission, but showing and living by example, we're giving you permission that we want to. So I encourage you to reach out and like Mel said, join our community page. Follow us both. We have different kinds of content, and we want to support each other and we want to support you.
Absolutely. Well, stay tuned because we will be doing more of these podcasts coming up, and we'll bring in some guests with us. We will bring in nutritionists, we will bring in skincare, we will bring in and tell us what you wanna hear about.
Yes,
Tell us who you would like to hear from. We've got a lot of when you get to be 69 between us, we've got, over 120 years of experience here.
true.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
we wanna bring you the maybe the experience that we have to share with you, but we also wanna bring in other people that can help give you even more information. So be sure and put the notification bells on for these lives, for our channels. Be sure and give us each thumbs up on everything you see. The algorithms have been really strange lately, and a lot of times our videos aren't getting sent out to other people our age, other women that love wigs. So, there's that struggle of how do we get this information before other women like us that want to hear about things that we're going through at this age and time in our lives. So be sure, share it, but especially give it that like and thumbs up because that tells the algorithm that keep showing this, keep putting it out there. And the only way we can do that is you. You are our special people. You're our subscribers. You're our family. You're our wig sisters. You're our silver sisters. You're everything to us. And I can truly say out there, when I say at the end of my videos, um, doing my darlings and love you and hugs and all that, I mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I have special conversations that people out there reach out to me and we talk and stuff. So, we're here.
Right? Isn't that great? Our viewers connect with us and we have become friends with viewers. I've gone and seen viewers in their hometowns, and that's just exhilarating. The other thing that I think we want to look at is how women in this age group start to pivot. I've pivoted into a new business, which we'll tell you more on another podcast. And we can go into all sorts of ways women pivot in as they age. And maybe you're an empty nester, and it's time to do something that is your passion. Maybe it's
Yes.
art or or painting or business.
Let's let's cover that in a future podcast.
For sure.
We'll talk about that because guess what? As I'm sitting here, as wigs became necessary for me, they became business for me, a channel, a YouTube channel, TikTok. So
Right.
it did for both of us
Yes.
in our 60s. We now find ourselves doing something, and it's all about doing this as a passion. If you do have a passion cooking, do you have a passion baking? Do you have a passion, anything, gardening? So, maybe we'll be able to help you with this in another podcast.
And maybe you want to come on as a guest, because we will have guests come on and speak to their passions as well. So
Yes, I have a
stay tuned,
friend.
right?
I do. I know I have a friend, Debbie. She's from high school friend, and she's been going through cancer over the years. And right now, she just got a clean bill of health after 4 times. So I want to get Debbie on here too, because I know that she became a wig wearer and is excited. And maybe we can get some people in like that to talk and share their stories.
Sure.
That it might be your story, and it's going to help you.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so I guess this is a wrap. What do you think?
I think so too. Wow. Cheers from me.
Okay, doing my darlings. Bye.